He needs some milk.
I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 bills. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula, I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like proving niggas wrong, I do what they say I can't. They call me Cardi, Cardi, banging body, spicy mommy, hot tamale, hotter than a Somali. Fur, Ferrari, hop off the stoop, jump in the coupe. On top of the roof, flexing on bitches as hard as I can. Eating halal, driving a lamb. So that bitch, I'm sorry though. Got my coins like Mario. Yeah, they call me Cardi B. I run this shit like cardio.
Welcome back, J Frosties, and today we're going to be doing a video on, what is it again? Oh yeah, we're going to be doing the part 2 of my high school underclassmen advice video, I guess. We're going to be doing a video on sophomores. That's right, I said sophomores. You know, the little rugrats that still run through the hallway thinking that they're up here when they should really be down here. Yeah, those. But anyways, attention all sophomores. Don't try to be bullies. I'm just gonna say that. You just got out of 9th grade. You were, in layman's terms, you were at the bottom of the heap. You're in sophomore year now. You're not at the bottom, but you're not at the top either. Don't try to act like you're the #1 dogs in the school. It just doesn't work that way, honestly. I'm sorry.
Bitch, I did not come to play, but I came to slay. I am that bitch, always have been that bitch. Was always on top of you bitches. I was never below you bitches. Just to get correct, I was that bitch. You wanna know why? This way, that way, bitch!
In what universe do you think that as soon as you leave the bottom of the heap, you're automatically at the top? That does not exist. It never will exist. High school is, yes, it's built on social barriers, but welcome back. As I was saying, high school is built on social barriers. High school is built back on social barriers, and it's built off of basically your suffering. I'm gonna just say that. High school is not supposed to be fun. They say it is, but who lied to them? Because that is not true. And I will never ever think it is. High school is not supposed to be enjoyable, honestly and truthfully. It's supposed to destroy you, cripple you down, break you apart, and turn you into a new person. That's just how it works. You know, a few days ago, I was talking to one of my friends he's in sophomore year, and he was like, I'm so glad I'm out of freshman year. I don't have to be, picked on anymore for being a new kid. It doesn't go away, honestly, and I'm being truthful. It doesn't go away. You go through that in freshman year, sophomore year, and junior year. Then when you're a senior, no one can pick on you because you're #1. You're top dog. You're about to leave, so they can't pick on you. They want to be friends with you. And I think, it's weird that freshmen always say how they dread their freshman years, and then they go to sophomore year and they say they dread their sophomore years. I'm like, you just said you dreaded your freshman year. Like, what's the deal? I don't get it. I don't understand. It's blowing my mind here. Really. Like, yeah. But anyway, let's get all that out the way, and we're gonna get into the advice now. Number one, don't take sophomore year for granted. Ever. I know they say that freshman year is the one you're not supposed to mess up on. Sophomore year is a lenient year. Then you got to go serious your junior and senior years. But sophomore year is not a year to mess up. I mean, if you're like me who wants to be either number one in the school or, I don't know, some student council president. I'm throwing a shout out there. I'm student council president for my year, 2019. But yeah, nobody cared. Anyways, don't go in there and try to, have fun most of the time. You can have fun, but don't skip out on the grades. The grades are really pretty much all that matter. I mean, 10th grade year for me, I was absent a lot. So, but it was because of family issues. It wasn't because I wanted to be absent. But I was absent a lot. It didn't ruin my chances of being valedictorian, but it narrowed it down to where I have to work a lot harder now. And I mean, if you're a person like me that prides themselves on their straight A's and never missing days in school like that, then it's like a slap in the face, because you worked so hard just to have it all thrown in the dumpster, the trash, whatever you want to call it. It's just down the drain. But anyways, I'm going to stop being gloomy, because it's like raining down on my parade. I was just having a good day, and then I started talking about this. So it's kind of your fault, but I'm not going to talk about that. We don't need to know any other stuff that happened before the end. 2, enjoy the pep rallies. 9th grade year is all that information getting instilled into you guys about how to behave in high school, but you got to enjoy those pep rallies. When you have pep rallies in 10th grade, there's nothing that can replace that experience. Pep rallies are so amazing and fun. You have, the band that does their little performance. At least at our school, that's what happens. But the band does their performance. The dancers do their performances. You got the hype team. You got new guest stars that come in. And, that's an enjoyable experience. You don't want to be that kid that says, oh, when I was in 10th grade, I didn't go to any of the pep rallies. I didn't do anything during school. I just went to school and went home. Don't be that person. That is the worst thing to say during high school. You don't want to be the lame person going into junior year because of how lame you were in sophomore year. It's a really fun year. It's not. You don't have to worry about the stuff that juniors and seniors have to worry about, and you're not new anymore, so you understand what the school is like. So take the time to enjoy the school. Enjoy what they give, the festivities and all the, dances and parties and stuff that happen and go on. I think that's pretty much I gotta say on that topic. But 3, I really don't want to go here, but don't get a relationship thinking that it's gonna be lasting for the rest of your high school years, and it's going to be all fine and dandy. You're going to be the most powerful couple in the school. That can happen, but it can't happen at the same time. I mean, I've had plenty of friends that have been together since 10th grade. So, actually, no, even 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and they break up towards the end of the year because of a petty fight, like because he hugged another girl or she hugged another guy, different stuff like that. It's just a lot of petty things that go on in high school. But don't go into 10th grade thinking that when you get that relationship, it's going to last your entire high school career. It doesn't work like that. Love is hard and tricky, and, I still haven't even figured it out yet. So, and I'm about to be a senior. I'm actually about to go, and this is my last year in high school. I'm about to go to college. So, yeah, there's that. And that's it on that topic. Number 4. Let's talk about college for a second. You think that colleges, they tell you that colleges are going to look at your junior and senior years. But that's, that's partially true in a way, they also look at your 10th grade year. They look at that like second semester of what you did in 10th grade, and if they see that you didn't do what you're doing in 11th and 12th, they're like, okay, well, maybe he didn't think it was serious enough. You have to have a consistent, pattern that goes on with your senior year, and you got to keep that pattern rotating and going, and it can't stop. Not here, not after high school, not even in college. It has to keep going, because if you want to be successful, you got to keep your game up. I'm being totally honest. But I mean, that's pretty much it for college based. You just have to make sure that you're on your game. Do the work. Get the grades. Participate in the activities. I cannot stress that enough. Participate in the activities. That is what matters. Enjoy your high school year, but don't take it for granted. I shouldn't have to really say much about that anymore. I think number 5, that's where I'm at, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, number 5. Bring snacks. 10th grade is an exhausting year because you do a lot of stuff. You go through the seminars, you go through the pep rallies, the assemblies, the meetings, and all that stuff. You go through all of that in sophomore year. And you need to have some kind of nutritional substance going into your system and, piping you up, getting you going. It took me so long to say that. Getting you going, and you don't want to be that one kid who has, who's drowsy because they haven't eaten anything, or they have itis because they ate too much. Now, you have to be conservative when you eat, because when you have like your PSATs and your PSATs and all that stuff, PSATs, PACTs, any other test that you may take in 10th grade, don't get that itis, because I can tell you those tests will drain the life out of you, and there's no going back after that. I mean, it's like some people say they work good on drowsiness or empty stomachs, but I mean, my personal experience is I have a light snack in the beginning of the morning. When we have that little break, I get another light snack, and then I finish up the test. Then I have a heavy and hearty meal at the end of the day. What else goes on in 10th grade? Let's see. 6. Okay. Don't try to make your 10th grade year all electives. Don't do that. That'll mess you up, because you want to have the lighter classes towards the end of your high school career. Harder classes towards the beginning. I mean, when I was in 10th grade, I had all honors classes. Our school doesn't offer AP classes to 10th or 9th graders. We have them in 11th and 12th. So I couldn't take any AP classes. I wanted to so bad. I couldn't do it. But I had all honors classes, and all of my main classes were pretty much it. I had maybe 1 or 2 electives, and that was Spanish 2 and vocals. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. I had Spanish 2 and vocals. I had honors chemistry. I had honors civics. I had honors geometry, and I also had honors English. English 10. Yeah, I had honors English 10, and that kind of summed up and made up my schedule. We had the 6 classes. I could take 7 if I wanted to, but I had 6 classes, and I had early dismissal towards the end of the year, but beginning of the year I had a late start. So I'm gonna just say the build-up of our schedule is kind of like this. You can start the beginning of the year with 7 classes total. One of them is lunch, and some of them, the rest of them is like your main classes or electives and stuff like that. What I did towards the middle of, like, when we were about to go off to like Christmas break and stuff, I changed my schedule, and I got 2 through 7 actually, 2 through 7, and which basically took out my lunch, so I wasn't eating anything the whole day, and I would just go in at 9 o'clock and get out of there at 3:20. That's when our school let out. Then towards the end of the year, I changed it to a 1 through 6, which is, you know, the complete opposite. I go in at normal time, 8 o'clock, and get out at 2:20 instead of 3:20. So I get out an hour earlier. Why I was changing so much, I don't know. I just, you know, wanted to see what I could do with my schedule. That gets me to another experiment. I'm not saying experiment like that. I'm saying experiment like, you know, figure out what classes are right for you. Figure out what things you want to learn. Because if you take a class that you don't want to learn, it's like a slap in your own face, because you're not going to do well in that class. You're going to get that bad grade because you're not interested in it. I took vigorous and harder courses because that's what I like to do. I work hard and I like, you know, a good workload. So it was like, you know, easier for me to take the harder classes. And I know some of you are like, oh, you know, it comes naturally to you. No, I have to work a lot to retain what I have and what I learn to get my good grades. They don't come naturally. I've never been the one who knew everything out of the bat. No one does. That's impossible. Unless you're just some child prodigy from there and you know everything. But that's, in reality, that does not happen. And I know you probably know somebody who says that, oh, they knew everything. But, I mean, they're probably lying to you, honestly. Because it's a lot of work in high school. And you have to keep track of all that information you're getting in every day. And my final advice for you guys is... Shoot, I forgot. No, but seriously, my final advice will probably be, you know, take driver's training. And I know this has pretty much nothing to do with school. It's a luxury, but take driver's training. Because when you get to your junior year, you're going to see all your friends driving. And it's going to be like, I got to take driver's training now. And I'm not going to be able to drive until the end of the year because that's when I get my license. You're able to take driver's training, I think, as early as 9th grade. So the earlier you take it, the better, because you'll be able to drive earlier than everybody else, and you can, you know, get around more. And then there's no excuse for your parents to be dropping you off at the school. I mean, you could be one of those kids who tells your parents to drop you off 5 blocks away from the school. But then if they, you know, what if they drop you off at 7:45 and it takes you 20 minutes to walk to school? You're going to be late. Exactly. And, you know, sometimes it could be expensive. I mean, our driver's training is $285 for the first segment, and I think $65 for the second segment. That's driver's training 1 and 2. Then you get your permit. You have to have your permit for a certain amount of time. Then you get your license, your graduated license if you're under 18. And, you know, that's pretty much how much it cost at our school. Some schools could do it for free, but our school is not like that. They like to take as much money out of kids as they can, so they charge for everything. Well, let me rephrase that. They charge for the extra things like driver's training and, you know, pep rallies and things to, you know, help raise money. But like field trips and stuff, they're normally free unless you're going to Washington, D.C. or Cedar Point or Florida or something like that. Because, you know, those are trips that a lot of kids take in high school. But, you know, take that driver's training. I know it seems like it's a lot of money to waste, but unless you want to wait till you're 18 and see all your friends driving while you're either getting a ride or, you know, I guess taking public transportation if that's what you have in your state, then, you know, just take it. $280 or $300 or so is not gonna, you know, hurt your pockets if it's only one time. You know, you only gotta pay that one-time fee. It's not a constant $200 every week or nothing like that. It's a one-time payment, and you can actually wait until the end of your driver's training to pay that money. So you could be taking driver's training for free until you have all your money ready, and then you can give it to them. But on that note, I'm going to tell you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Wait, that's the wrong way. Somewhere around here, hit that notification button. And remember to watch my freshman advice video if you have not watched that. My birthday is actually in 2 days, so I will be making a birthday vlog for my entire birthday weekend, and I will also be making a junior advice video. So those are 2 videos you can look out for, and you know, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button again, and share this video with your friends. You know, they could be having trouble during school, so let them see this video so it can probably help them a little bit. And without further ado, let me put my music on, hold on. J Frost is icing out.